6 heroes that got cancelled from Overwatch 2. Now, Overwatch 2 was announced back in November of 2019, and since then, people have been speculating what new stuff Blizzard could be adding to the game. And now the wait may finally be over. It is very far from complete. There are 35 heroes, 32 from the old game, as well as 3 new heroes to Overwatch, which is obviously Kiriko, Sojourn, and Junker Queen, making a total roster of 35, which is honestly quite the hefty roster on its own. But there's still a lot to look forward to. First up in speculation would be Maga or Maga or Maga. I don't know how to say it too well, but it's been a long-time fan favorite and was one of the first rumored characters following Overwatch 2's announcement. Maga was first seen in Baptiste's short story, What You Left Behind, which was released in 2019 itself. Maga is a Talon-heavy assault and former friend of Baptiste. He is a tall brute who is described as wielding dual machine guns as well as a barrier, and his design was so interesting and eye-catching that people immediately speculated him to join the Overwatch roster soon. Now, keep in mind, this December, we do get a new tank. Could it be him? I don't know. Jeff Kaplan even confirmed that Maga was effectively in development as a hero and was intended to be Hero 31, but the kit developed for him seemingly didn't suit his personality, and thus the kit was given to a new hero called Sigma. And after that, Sigma became the 31st hero himself. Things went silent for Maga until recently in June. There was a post, take it with a grain of salt please, on r/Overwatch the subreddit, which seemed to summarize a deleted interview that Puxta had with Blizzard devs that confirmed that Maga was the hero that's coming in Season 2 of Overwatch 2, but I literally can't find that. They're saying it's a deleted interview, so you gotta take that with a huge grain of salt. With that being said though, we do have the interview with Aaron himself that does confirm it's a tank and does confirm that it's someone that the players have seen before. So I think there's a decent chance, while not high or not confirmed, maybe a 50-50 chance that Maga is the next agent coming to Overwatch. Next is Britt. Now, Britt's story goes long back. Britt was one of the characters originally pitched for Overwatch, but was eventually cancelled and never actually made to the game. Fast forward to the release of the map Kanezaka, what caught players' eyes was the giant billboard that had a clear image of Britt on it, leading people to believe that that billboard could be the teaser for Overwatch 2's agent that could finally make it a second chance to appear in the game. Sadly, she is still in the cancelled state and there's still no news, so we have to keep this a mystery. But you know, time will only tell. Next would be a Storm Rising Omnic. At the end of the Storm Rising mission cinematic, Doomfist is seen talking with an unnamed Omnic, which was later named the Storm Rising Omnic by fans. Not much was known about this character, but one thing Overwatch fans immediately noticed was that his color scheme and design is very similar to the Null Sector units. Later in a stream on Blizzard headquarters, Jeff Kaplan confirmed that the Storm Rising Omnic is the leader of the Null Sector and primary enemy in Overwatch's PvE, which led people to believe that the leader of Null Sector could be introduced to Overwatch 2 as a new hero. But now after the release, there's still no news. But the thing is, while a lot of people were calling him lame, saying, okay, what would his abilities be? It could be an alternate Torbjorn. You know how Torbjorn throws down a turret? What if he sends out Omnics or some sort of bot? You know, some sort of thing to shake up the thing. It doesn't have to be an exact ability straight out of him. While that's what people were expecting, they could make him vibe and make him extremely unique. Now, something I want to wrap back around to, because it could be another cancelled or upcoming hero, or it could be another point that Maga or Magma or whatever his name is could be the next hero. Because for Overwatch 2, Game Informer sat down and had an interview in 2019 with 4 silhouettes. 3 were female, okay? So we have Junker Queen, Kiriko, as well as Sojourn. Those are the 3 females, but 1 was male. These were all supposed to actually launch with Overwatch 2, and that 1 male hero might also still be that tank that's coming in December, and that's possibly the most likely, or that's a hero that got cancelled and will never see the light of day. We can't tell for sure, but I did want to mention it. Next is Maximus and Zephyrus. If you've been following Overwatch 2 rumors and leaks for the past couple of years, chances are you might have come across the names Maximus and Zephyrus. Specifically Zephyrus, as there are tons of articles that speculate Zephyrus the Gladiator to be a character in Overwatch 2. This is because back when Blizzard was teasing the new maps in their PvP stream, people noticed a poster that said Maximus vs Zephyrus on the wall, but just a random poster isn't something that would create that much hype for a character, because after all, there are a lot of random posters across all the maps in Overwatch, and this could have been a random poster as well. But it was this tweet that listed Zephyrus vs Maximus as one of the points of interest on the map, seemingly drawing people's attention to the poster. This raised the question, which would be, why would Blizzard want people to look at this poster specifically? Who would go to the next step to make sure that poster is visible and seen? After all, Rome is a beautiful map that could have had tons of different points of interest, but this poster was one of them. Also, previous heroes like Baptiste were teased subtly with a poster on the map Paris, which advertised a real-world opera, which was, drumrolls please, composed by a man named Jean-Baptiste. This poster was so subtle that people never actually recognized it as a tease, which could answer why Blizzard wanted to draw attention, just so wouldn't our whoosh over our heads once more. It's hard to say whether Zephyrus or Maximus were ever in development, because they could also be part of the PvE expansion coming later to Overwatch 2, but who knows, they could be cancelled, scrapped, or upcoming heroes. Last but very much not least, we got Overlord, one of the mecha squad members like D.Va. Overlord was first introduced in D.Va's Shooting Star animated short back in 2018, and with Overwatch 2 announced in 2019, players quickly began to theorize that one of the mecha squad members could potentially join Overwatch 2's roster. And while a simple trailer is not the greatest way to speculate, I could see another mech. A lot of people are saying, like, why add another mech? We already have D.Va. But you gotta remember, a mech can be used in any shape, way, or form. I mean, it could still be another tank, but it could have lasers pop out the top, or maybe instead of flying, it teleports or zooms very quickly by running. Like, you could do anything with a mech. Now, I guess they have to have some of the same basics, because that trailer shows that, but other than maybe flying around, similar to how Kiriko shares the wall running, they could get extremely fun and creative with all the options. But let me know which hero you'd want to see the most in Overwatch 2. I think Maga is probably the one I would like to see the most, and I'll be honest with you guys, I think it's the one we will see. If I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. There's a tank hero coming next season. There's a decent chance for it to actually be Maga, and I think it would be extremely fun. I mean, poor Doomfist still hasn't got his buff, and he's basically Boopfist, so hopefully some sort of aggressive DPS style tank will make their way into the game. They're my personal favorite, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.